Could that seemingly healthy handful of nuts you enjoy daily be subtly undermining your heart health or even interfering with vital medications? It's a startling thought, but not all nuts are created equal, especially when considering the unique needs of our bodies after 60. Hello, and welcome back to Elderly Stories. Today, we're diving into the world of nuts, a popular snack often hailed for its health benefits. However, research suggests that frequent consumption of certain types of nuts could potentially increase risks for cardiovascular issues, particularly for seniors. One multi-year study even highlighted significant concerns. The worrying part? Some common nuts found in many kitchen cupboards might quietly contribute to issues like higher blood pressure, inflammation, or even cognitive concerns, often while being consumed under the guise of healthy eating. Furthermore, one specific nut, which we'll reveal later, has been linked to higher levels of a substance that, with regular intake, could potentially impact liver, kidney, and cognitive function. It's a nut often recommended by low-carb advocates, but it might pose risks for aging bodies. But please don't worry. This video serves as your comprehensive guide. We'll explore which nuts are generally safest and most beneficial for heart and brain health in our senior years. And importantly, which ones warrant more caution or perhaps should be limited. Stick with us until the end because we'll discuss a crucial aspect of that final cautionary nut that few people talk about, and it could be impacting your health without you realizing it. Before we begin, if you find this kind of health information valuable, please give this video a like and subscribe to Elderly Stories for more content like this. Also, we love hearing from our community. Tell us in the comments where you're watching from today. Now let's delve into the 4 varieties of nuts that are beneficial for older adults to include in their diet. Number 4, the bone-strengthening ally. Almonds are often considered one of the best choices for aging bodies, largely due to their impressive calcium and vitamin E content, which work together to support bone strength. As we age, our bones naturally become more porous and susceptible to fractures, which can lead to serious complications. Bone loss tends to accelerate after age 65. Incorporating just a quarter cup of almonds daily provides approximately 97 milligrams of calcium, helping to support bone density. What makes almonds particularly unique is their combination of calcium with magnesium, a mineral many older adults may not get enough of. Magnesium acts almost like a traffic controller, helping to direct calcium to your bones where it's needed, rather than potentially depositing in arteries. Almonds also contain heart-healthy monounsaturated fats, which can help lower levels of bad LDL cholesterol, crucial as cardiovascular risk naturally increases with age. My general recommendation for seniors is a daily serving of about 15 to 20 almonds, ideally raw or dry roasted without added salt. Their fiber content, around 3.5 grams per serving, is another bonus, aiding digestion and helping combat constipation, an issue affecting a significant percentage of the elderly population. Furthermore, research from institutions like Tufts University suggests almonds may help protect brain cells from oxidative damage, a common concern related to aging. Look for almonds with their skins intact, as the flavonoids in the skin work synergistically with vitamin E, potentially doubling the antioxidant power. A note of caution: whole almonds can be a choking hazard for seniors with swallowing difficulties. Please ensure they are chewed thoroughly. Number 3, the cognitive function supporter. Walnuts stand out partly because their shape strikingly resembles the brain, the very organ they significantly nourish. They are arguably the best source among popular nuts for the plant-based omega-3 fatty acid, alpha-linolenic acid, ALA. This is vital for aging brains because omega-3s support neurotransmission, how brain cells communicate, and help maintain the integrity of brain cell membranes. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition indicated that seniors consuming about 1.5 ounces of walnuts daily for 8 weeks showed improvements in cognitive processing speed and mental flexibility. Walnuts contain unique polyphenolic compounds that may help combat inflammation directly in neural tissues by crossing the blood-brain barrier, potentially playing a role in protecting against neurodegenerative conditions like Alzheimer's and dementia. An often overlooked benefit: walnuts contain melatonin, Melatonin levels naturally decline with age, often contributing to sleep disturbances in seniors. Some find that a small handful of walnuts before bed may support better rest. Their combination of arginine, an amino acid promoting blood vessel flexibility, and polyphenols, reducing oxidative stress, also makes walnuts incredibly beneficial for cardiovascular health, potentially complementing blood pressure management efforts. For optimal benefits, store walnuts in the refrigerator to protect their delicate oils from becoming rancid. Aim for around 7 to 9 walnut halves daily. Cracking them yourself, if possible, can also be a good exercise for fine motor skills. Don't be deterred by their slightly bitter taste. That bitterness often indicates the presence of powerful antioxidants. Number 2, the blood pressure partner, pistachios. Pistachios might be the unsung heroes among nuts for senior health, especially regarding blood pressure regulation. Their unique profile features a naturally lower sodium content combined with a high potassium content, around 285 milligrams per ounce. This mineral balance is particularly beneficial for older adults. Potassium helps counterbalance sodium's effects, potentially aiding the kidneys in managing fluid balance and contributing to healthier blood pressure levels. Some research suggests this effect can be comparable to certain medications, but without the side effects. Additionally, pistachios contain lutein and zeaxanthin. These carotenoids concentrate in the macula of the eye and are crucial for protecting against age-related macular degeneration, AMD, a leading cause of vision loss in those over 60. Their satisfying crunch is often gentler on teeth compared to harder nuts, a significant consideration for seniors who may have dental work or sensitivities. The distinctive green and purple hues aren't just pretty, they signify antioxidants that help neutralize free radicals, contributing to the aging process throughout the body. Pistachios also offer practical benefits. The act of shelling them naturally slows down consumption, promoting mindful eating and preventing overindulgence. Research published in the International Journal of Obesity noted that the visual cue of empty shells helps individuals better monitor their intake. Do you find shelling pistachios helps manage how many you eat? Comment yes or no below. If arthritis makes shelling difficult, look for pre-shelled or easily open varieties. Aim for about 1 ounce, roughly 49 kernels, of unsalted or lightly salted pistachios daily. Their fiber content, about 3 grams per ounce, also aids blood sugar regulation, beneficial for the many seniors managing diabetes or prediabetes. Number 1, the thyroid health champion. Brazil nuts ranking first are Brazil nuts, primarily for their exceptional support of thyroid function, a critical but often overlooked aspect of healthy aging. These remarkable nuts are the richest known food source of selenium, with a single nut containing roughly 96 micrograms, potentially exceeding 100% of the daily requirement. This is incredibly important because thyroid disorders affect up to 20% of people over 65. In many cases go undiagnosed as symptoms, like fatigue or mood changes, are often mistaken for normal aging. Selenium, abundant in Brazil nuts, is essential for activating thyroid hormone, which regulates metabolism, energy production, and mood. Beyond the thyroid, the specific fatty acids in Brazil nuts may help preserve myelin, the protective sheath around nerve cells that can degrade with age. This myelin maintenance could potentially help seniors maintain reflexes, reaction times, and cognitive processing speed. Interestingly, the selenium in Brazil nuts is organically bound, making it potentially more bioavailable, easier for your body to use, than synthetic forms found in some supplements. Brazil nuts are so potent that only a small amount is needed. Their rich, creamy texture makes even 1 or 2 satisfying. In fact, due to the risk of selenium toxicity, I strongly advise seniors consume no more than 1 or 2 Brazil nuts per day. When buying, choose Brazil nuts still in their shells if possible, as this natural packaging helps preserve nutrients longer. Store them in the refrigerator due to their high-fat content, which can make them prone to rancidity. As an added benefit, their combination of fiber and natural oils can aid bowel regularity. Emerging research even suggests certain antioxidants in Brazil nuts might influence cellular aging by potentially slowing the natural shortening of telomeres, protective caps on chromosomes. Nuts to approach with caution. While those nuts offer fantastic benefits, it's equally important to discuss some nuts that seniors might want to approach with more caution or consume in moderation. Number 1. Potential inflammatory trigger. Peanuts. Despite their popularity, peanuts present potential considerations for many older adults. Firstly, peanuts are technically legumes grown underground, making them susceptible to mold growth and aflatoxins, mycotoxins that, with frequent exposure, can potentially harm the liver and increase cancer risk. Our body's natural detoxification systems can become less efficient with age, potentially increasing this risk. More concerning for some seniors is that peanut proteins can trigger inflammatory responses in certain individuals, even without a true allergy. This low-grade inflammation can potentially exacerbate existing joint discomfort, cardiovascular stress, or cognitive concerns, which are already higher risks in aging populations. Peanuts are also high in omega-6 fatty acids. While necessary, most Western diets have an imbalance, with too much omega-6 relative to anti-inflammatory omega-3s. Peanuts can contribute further to this imbalance. A crucial point often missed, peanuts contain vitamin K, which can interfere with blood-thinning medications like warfarin. Seniors taking these medications must discuss peanut consumption with their doctor. Were you aware peanuts are legumes and not tree nuts? Let us know with a yes or no. Commercial peanut butters often worsen these issues by adding hydrogenated oils, excess sodium, and sugars, placing further strain on aging cardiovascular systems. Improper storage can lead to rancidity, producing harmful free radicals. Dry roasting, common commercially, can also create acrylamide, a chemical with potential neurotoxic effects, a concern for those worried about memory. Even if you enjoy peanuts without issue, consider occasionally swapping them for almonds or walnuts to gain different benefits while potentially reducing exposure to these factors. Number 2, the less obvious sugar spiker, cashews. Cashews pose a particular consideration for seniors primarily due to their relatively high carbohydrate content and potential glycemic impact compared to many other nuts. They contain about 9 grams of carbs per ounce with less protective fiber than true tree nuts. This can cause a more significant blood sugar response, which is a concern for the approximately 25% of individuals over 65 with diabetes and the nearly 50% with prediabetes. Because cashews often have a healthy reputation, many seniors might consume them generously without considering this potential blood sugar effect. Their smooth, curved shape also presents a notable choking risk, especially for those with swallowing difficulties, dysphagia. They are frequently cited in aspiration incidents among seniors. Nutritionally, cashews contain oxalates, compounds that can bind to calcium in the gut, potentially reducing its absorption, a concern for seniors already at risk for osteoporosis. These same oxalates can contribute to kidney stone formation, a risk that increases after age 60. An unseen issue involves processing. Cashews require significant processing to remove urushiol, a toxic compound also found in poison ivy, which can diminish some nutritional value. Many store-bought varieties are oil-roasted and heavily salted, adding unhealthy fats and sodium. Cashews also contain enzyme inhibitors that can hinder protein digestion, problematic for seniors who may already experience digestive challenges and reduced protein absorption. Their creamy texture makes them easy to overconsume, potentially contributing to weight gain at a life stage where weight management can be challenging. Consider swapping cashews for walnuts or almonds for a better nutritional profile with fewer potential drawbacks. Number 3, the calorie-dense choice, macadamia nuts. Macadamia nuts, while delicious, present challenges for seniors mainly due to their extremely high calorie density, around 200 calories per ounce, the highest of all nuts. As metabolic rates naturally slow with age, managing weight becomes more difficult, and high-calorie snacks can easily contribute to excess intake. Their very high-fat content, about 22 grams per ounce, including a higher proportion of saturated fat than many other nuts, around 3 grams per ounce, can potentially raise LDL cholesterol levels and may stress the gallbladder. An estimated 15% of seniors have asymptomatic gallstones, and high-fat foods like macadamias could potentially trigger painful episodes. Their hardness and density pose a significant risk to dental health. especially for seniors with crowns, bridges, dentures, or weakened enamel. Enamel naturally weakens with age due to wear and tear and reduced calcium absorption. Macadamias are also among the most expensive nuts. This might lead budget-conscious seniors to opt for potentially lower-quality nuts stored improperly, increasing exposure to harmful oxidized fats, rancidity. Commercial versions are often oil-roasted and heavily salted, adding unhealthy fats and sodium. Their rich, buttery taste can easily lead to overeating. While nut consumption is generally linked to heart health, studies often focus on nuts like almonds and walnuts. The role of very high-fat nuts like macadamias is less clear and potentially less beneficial in large quantities. Finding healthier snack swaps is key. Give this video a like if you appreciate learning about these nuances. Consider switching to pistachios for a more favorable nutritional profile better suited to aging bodies. Number 4. The medication disruptor. Pine nuts. Pine nuts rank as potentially the most problematic for seniors due to several factors particularly relevant to this age group. The most significant concern is their potential to interact with common medications. Compounds in pine nuts may interfere with the metabolism or effectiveness of drugs frequently prescribed to seniors, including statins, certain antidepressants, and blood pressure medications, affecting over 60% of seniors. This interaction risk is often not mentioned by doctors or pharmacists, making it a hidden danger. Most worrisome is pine nut syndrome, or pine mouth, where consuming certain pine nuts causes a persistent bitter or metallic taste lasting for days or even weeks. While seemingly minor, this can severely impact appetite and nutritional status in older adults, sometimes leading to significant weight loss. This syndrome appears more common in the elderly, possibly due to age-related changes in taste receptors or detoxification pathways. Have you ever experienced the pine nut mouth taste? Share a yes or no in the comments. Pine nuts are high in polyunsaturated fats, which can oxidize, go rancid quickly, creating inflammatory compounds, a concern for seniors already managing inflammatory conditions like arthritis. Their small size and smooth texture pose an aspiration risk, especially for those with swallowing issues or dry mouth, a side effect of many medications taken by seniors. Like cashews, they contain enzyme inhibitors that can impede protein digestion when protein absorption may already be reduced. Their high oil content makes them calorie-dense, contributing to weight management challenges, especially as they are often consumed in pesto, further increasing density. Concerningly, emerging research links compounds in some pine nut varieties to a potential acceleration of age-related macular degeneration. Given these multiple potential risks, particularly the medication interaction danger, pine nuts are generally the nut I most strongly advise seniors to avoid or consume with extreme caution and awareness. Choosing which nuts to include in your diet and which to limit can significantly impact health, vitality, and cognitive function, especially in our later years. Almonds, walnuts, pistachios, and in strict moderation, Brazil nuts generally offer substantial benefits. Peanuts, cashews, macadamias, and especially pine nuts warrant more careful consideration due to their potential downsides for seniors. Remember, small, consistent adjustments over time yield the most significant long-term results. Now it's your turn to share. Which nut discussed today surprised you the most? Or what's your key takeaway from our conversation? Post your thoughts and experiences in the comment section below. We genuinely value your input. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with friends and family, and be sure to subscribe to Elderly Stories for more practical tips on healthy aging. Thank you for watching and being an active part of our community. Be well, choose wisely, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.